Hi, everybody. I am Theresa Ober, if you don't really know me too well. Anyways, I wanted to share with you tonight my inspired why. Why did I make LimeLight my choice? Well, you know, as a kid growing up, born with a birth defect, I just have been teased all my life, because I wasn't very pretty in grade school. And I used to get bullied all the time, because I was the shortest kid. I was the skinniest kid. And I was the funniest looking kid. And, once I was able to wear makeup from my parents' permission, my life has been better because makeup makes me feel better. Okay? So I go through school and, get out of school and I want to have a baby because somebody's going to love me for the way I am, not for the way I look. They're going to feel my love. And I wanted that. I didn't have to be beautiful for my kids to love me. Anyways, you get out in the work field when you're able to. It took me a couple years before I could get a job. I always worked third shift wherever I was while my kids were in school. And that way, number one, when you work third shift, they usually pay you more. Number two, if my kids were sick, I was able to stay at home with them. If we had snow days, then I get to stay home with them. And during the day, I was able to, watch my kids because, we were the life of the party. We always had kids coming to our house and then they call us mom. We had my connection's weak. We had many people, children, that I tried to influence and be a mentor to them. I wanted to be the positive person in those kids' life. And I've been a positive person. And back in the 90s, I joined another direct selling, independent sales. And I had to sell the American dream. It was hard. And not very many people want to buy the American dream and do this, so many times, a month and meet people. And, back then we didn't even have the internet. We had to go door to door to make our sales, get our word out. That was hard. That was very, very hard. And then, you end up selling a product and it's supposed to have a lifetime warranty on it. And then to come find out after you, went away, then you've really found out it was a limited lifetime warranty. And here you've been selling these things for a while and, when the motor goes, it's bad. But anyways, my granddaughter's watching. Hi, Abby. Hi. Anyways, back to my why. I'm a hard worker and I just strive. I have some physical problems that prevent me from doing the kind of jobs I used to love. When you have a higher paying job, your mindset is more positive. Like, you put up with more stuff. And if you just have a low paying job, just to get by, you need multiple streams of income. There's not one millionaire out there that only has one income. It takes more than one income to get by these days. And, I was going through, sorry, tongue twister. Anyways, I left my job a year ago, yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I need to find something that I can do. And I've always been a salesperson growing up in my life. I sold Girl Scouts. Guess who was the top sailor? I was. I won all these prizes, in grade school. And that made me feel important, And when I got in high school, I joined Junior Achievement. I don't know if they're still around or not, but Junior Achievement was a place that had company representatives from different companies help mentor these kids into positive people, and we designed a mug and that, our team did, and we had a sale. Who can sell the most mugs? Well, guess what? I was in high school and I sold the most mugs, Anyways, I went to a private school. Also, hold on one second. It's water. When I was in high school, we had to wear uniforms. Okay, well, that made it easier. I didn't have to worry about what I was going to wear and how pretty I'm going to look with what I'm wearing, because we were all equal. Being equal in a business is amazing. And I was talking to a friend who I was watching, go live and get pretty and that. And I'm like, you know what? I wear makeup every day. Why don't I buy makeup and sell it? It's like so fun. Like, I put makeup on anyways, Why not just sell it? Anyways, back to being in high school and wearing uniforms and stuff. We always had a magazine drive, okay? Whoever sold $80 worth of magazines, they didn't have to wear their uniform for like 2 weeks or however long it was. Well, the last couple years, my senior year, I was a top salesman for the magazine drive at school. And that was like my very first taste of luxury, because the highest seller, they got to go to Disney World, all expense paid, without their parents, with chaperones, staying right on the property, having all your transportation, doing whatever you wanted. That was like amazing. Like those big luxury hotels, they got robes in the room, So, that excited me when, I was in sales. After that, I did some jobs. I was a cook. Well, being a cook is very stressful. So I didn't like that type of work. My kids were really, really small at that time. And, I drove for Domino's Pizza before. I worked in many, many places. I worked in many big factories. The bigger the factory, the more they paid. My first big factory job was Kerr Glass, and they went out of business. And they made medicine bottles. that you use every day. And I worked at Pepperidge Farm for a while, and I really loved that. The people there were so positive, and I love Pepperidge Farm. And I worked in the cookie department. I took that as a sign because I am a cookie monster. I love cookies. Anyways, that was a temp job, so I left there. I did a couple other jobs, and I have a resume that's pretty busy. Anyways, with my physical ailments, I have restrictions that I'm recommended to have if I don't want to make my problem worse. Because, part of my arm could not be repaired. So, I was married. And I was married to the #1 salesman, And during my 10 years of marriage, it was great because he was a top dog. He went out and he sold food to restaurants and all kind of vendors and everywhere, snack bars, everything. It was food. And people gotta have food, Anyways, he was top dog. And we got a lot of good bonuses, which I thought were shocking, but, he was doing over $1 million in sales. Was he paid his worth? If he could have made 20% commission on that, we wouldn't have, we were living on like a quarter of that. It's unreal. When I found LimeLight, I was talking to somebody and I was telling her how bad I was feeling and, all that I'm going through in my life. Gotta take a drink. She told me, "Don't worry, honey. There's light at the end of the tunnel." And that day, I came across LimeLight on YouTube. I'm like, whoa, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Holy cow. And I love wearing makeup, so I should sell this. I will rock this. Just people, they're like, "Oh, I never heard of LimeLight by Alcone." No, because we are growing. We are still ground floor opportunity, Why not? It's crazy. Anyways, back to my inspired why. I had a surgery in November, okay? And, I left my job last October. And, I had to recover and still do physical therapy and, you just don't know. Anyways, my dad, he really got sick. I had to take him to the emergency room. Okay, then he recovered from that. Then he ended up back in the hospital again, about 2 months later. And he was stuck in ICU. You know how lonely that would be to be stuck in ICU if you had your child that had to go to work and couldn't visit you very often? How do you feel? You're the only child left by blood. Who's going to take care of him? If I was working, he was in ICU for 2 weeks. If I was working, Don't you think I would have been fired if I would have said, no, I gotta like spend some time with my dad. He just pretty much almost died, you know? So, you know, my inspired why is one day I'm gonna have to take care of him, you know? And I don't want to have a boss to tell me, oh, you gotta work the weekends, or, you know, it's mandatory that you come in for this meeting on your day off, you know? No, people, I gotta love my dad. I gotta be there for my dad. You know, I don't have a mother anymore. You know, my mother and sister were killed in a bus accident, you know, 5 months after my daughter was born. So, you know, I had to go through that, you know. So my dad is what I have left, you know, and somebody's got to take care of him, you know. So he's my big reason why, you know. And if I work hard enough, I will win an incentive trip, you know. And if I work hard enough, I can earn that incentive trip and take a guest along. And you know what? My dad has a passport. I would take him along. Of course, you know, we're going to have to like plan shipping nutrition there because, you know, he's on a feeding tube. You know, he can no longer eat. He has a trait. He can no longer talk. He talks by way of computer, you know, text to speech program. You know, his hearing's bad. You know, his eyes are bad. He can't lift his arm past his shoulder like this. He can't lift his arm anymore. You know, when we get old, we start feeling all our pains. You know, so it's crazy. But did any one of you happen to go over and check out the LimeLight by Alcone's Facebook page? They went live tonight. And, you know, you can catch the replay if you missed it. But our co-founder, CEO, she is so amazing. She speaks to me. She makes everything so important. You know, the breast cancer collection, you know, there's just so much, you know. And no, I don't wear makeup every day, you know, but it's great. Anyways, my biggest why is my dad, you know. And then my second reason is my children. You know, I gotta be there for my children, you know. And if something would happen to them, do I have the money to bury them? Do you have money? You know, we should always be prepared to at least have some backup money for an emergency. You know, you need multiple streams of income. You know, our makeup is great. You know, our skincare. Just look in my past. You will see photos of me. You will see how bad I wore my makeup. I didn't even have the right foundation 4 years ago when I had my driver's license taken, or, you know, picture taken. So, but I've gotten a lot of wrinkles and laugh lines and wisdom lines and crow's feet going on. But we have products that are helping that go away. Just look at my face over the years. Yeah. Anyways, I got a lot of gray hair, believe it or not. And I've been through a lot. Anyways, that's my biggest reason why. I want to be there for my family when they really need it. You know, hospital, home, whatever. But anyways, I hope you all watch the replay, at least, over on LimeLight by Alcone's Facebook page. I shared it live on my page. You can catch a replay there, too. And if you have any questions, you know, feel free to private message me. Send me a text, you know. So let's get this party rolling. I have all the products. You want to come play? We'll make a date. Come over to my house if you want. My driveway sucks, so. But, yeah, I got room. I got a sitting room. I got a massage chair, too. Really nice massage chair. I'll show you real quick. Maybe. See that bad boy over there? Yeah. Anyways. That's it. If you can, like this video, share it. You know, that's my inspired why. You know, fighting about that feeling on being not beautiful. And wearing makeup makes me feel beautiful. So, let's get pretty. Alright. I'll talk to you again soon because I will be going live a lot more, sharing my products, sharing my life. You know, my life is getting pretty cool and I'm really liking it. And, you know, I love the independence this company gives you. Independence. You don't have to depend on somebody to buy your groceries because they have other priorities to spend their money on, you know? Anyways, let's rock on. All right. Love you guys. All right. Thumbs up, hearts, anything. Anyways, have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.